Of course, Sunday the Sprint Cup guys will be at Talladega. The spring race at the track was a good one, in particular because fan favorite Dale Jr. won. Earlier this evening, Grant Lynch, chairman of the Talladega Superspeedway, came in the zone to talk about where the sport's headed. Hey Grant, why has Talladega been able to maintain its status as one of the more important tracks on the circuit when some of the other tracks have fallen by the wayside?
I think probably first and foremost is the competitive nature of the racing on the racetrack. We hold the record for the number of lead changes at 88 lead changes. 29 different drivers actually got to the front. And then you take the size and scope of the facility itself, all of the campgrounds we have, the exciting social atmosphere. That's why we say this is more than a race. Yeah. This is Talladega.
But it's also meaningful in terms of the chase, not just this year, but in years past. This year it's the third and final race before the cut is made. How important is it that Talladega be the third and final race before a cut than being the first or second race?
Well, when you have those close finishes, you also have what we have at Talladega, the big pack race, and you can have the big one. So we've always kind of been a knockout race, and now for it being the last race in the contender round, 4 people will go home after Talladega. So it just takes the one race of the year, which is a wild card race, and it forces the driver to understand when you come to Talladega, if you're not there like Dale Jr. in this time, you have to win to be in.
You mentioned Dale Jr. They love Dale Jr., and he needs to win on Sunday in order to make it to the next round. Has that helped build excitement for this week's race?
Yeah, our ticket sales started up, and we continue to get a big gap out there. We're about 7,000 plus up right now. Having Junior in and him needing to win at Talladega, if there's an Earnhardt in a race at Talladega and you're not picking him as a track promoter, you're not a very smart track promoter.
And finally, as many good things that are happening, you have Jeff Gordon retiring this year. You have Tony Stewart retiring next year. Danica has never lived up to the hype. Dale Jr. might be going 0 for 16 in his career now for championships. Is the sport sort of in a transition?
I think there is, obviously with that many folks kind of aging out, but we've seen this before. New people come along. The lower echelons in NASCAR are loaded with talented young drivers, and amazingly, they can all talk and they can speak and they take care of their sponsors, so these guys get how to get to the top.
Grant, we really appreciate you coming in the zone with us tonight. We wish you the best of luck on Sunday. Have a great race.
Thank you for having me.
Are you as optimistic about the future of racing as Grant Lynch is? Are you confident that there are more Jeff Gordons, Jimmy Johnsons, Tony Stewarts, Kyle Bushes out there?
I think there's no question the talent is out there, but the personalities, I'm not convinced that there are enough personalities that will relate to a traditional audience.
Let's be honest, we're not hardcore NASCAR followers here. We're casual followers. I don't know the names of the next generation. I know the names of the guys who are on the other side of the hill heading towards retirement.
Dale, we know there's not going to be any more Dale Juniors for at least 20 years, right?
Right.
Around here, Sprint Cup is such a tough sell this time of year, but you heard Lynch with a do-or-die scenario for Dale Jr. at Talladega. Does that intrigue you?
Yeah, because I think people want to see, can he get past Talladega?
Well, he loves this track. He's owned this track in the past, so it sets up for a really exciting finish.